It's like we're made like we don't know who. If somebody come to the house, we're
Y'all brothers
trying to
listen.
protect and serve our household stuff. So if somebody comes to my house, like I don't care if they're cop, military,
Right.
it's defending me and my. So it's like me being a gun owner. If I have a wife, I'm gonna fucking like. I'm not let you just take over me into the house and like destroy anything at all. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like with the whole chip thing is like they cannot force it on you.
Well, yes, they can, because check it out. Get the chip scripture.
Because I know back in like 2012 when I first started.
Look, they can force it on you just like they force everybody. They forcing everybody to get these cell phones.
Listen, me, they're not gonna force it. I already know already.
Look, I'm gonna show you. Everybody's gonna be at a point where they're getting forced. Read that scripture, what? Because it's gonna change the way that you live.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Read it again.
BaHaSham. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Small and great, rich and poor, no matter who you are a celebrity or you're a regular citizen, go ahead.
Free and bond.
Free and bond, whether you locked up behind bars or whether you like me out here living our life, go ahead.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, and that mark represents the Greek. It goes back into a Greek word, charagma, which represents something branded, something insignia, and that's the chip. That's the mark of the beast, right? So go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That's why it's going to affect you, because no man is going to be able to buy or sell. How you going to shop and get food if you ain't got the chip? If the way that this Edomite want to have it to the point where if you don't have this chip, you're going to be a terrorist. You're going to be off the grid. It's going to be why you don't have identification, because the chip is a new form of identity.
Just like now, even getting on the airplane, traveling on the country, you have like a passport.
Exactly. Why you think at the airport now, you got to do face recognition. You got to step up to the computer, it'll recognize your face, all at the airport.
You know, the check cashing place have to do that.
See? So they gearing you toward this that's biometrics, but biometrics is hand in hand with the RFID microchip. Because look, the chip is a game changer. For one, it's a GPS tracker. It can track you anywhere. Radio frequency, it can track you. There's also a new form of currency. They're gonna have this. The scriptures talk about a World War III, a war breaking out. These devils, these Edomites, they want basically our new way of buying things is all digital. Smart pay. Like right now, you can smart pay with your phone, and pay for things, but they want it to be what? Chip. It's also a new form of identity. No more birth certificate, social security card. Everything is identified here. So when you scan this, that's everything. You see, and it's the buy and sell. That's the new world order. So that's why I say it's going to affect you. Because either way, you're going to come in contact with this position and you're going to be like, and then let me hit you with something. If Esau have it this way, if the Lord have it that way, what's going to happen is if you go to a store and they say, and you go there and they were like, look, you ain't got a chip, people might call and tell on you, like, this person is a terrorist.
Wow. They're going to already be programmed into what the government wants.
Yeah, now they looking for you and you was just trying to get trying to hustle to get some food. Like, damn, these motherfuckers telling me, let me get out of here. So it's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect everybody.
Look at that too, because
Sorry, brothers, I'm cooking for my bus.
That's all good.
you knew in the faith too, and another thing that you gotta understand too is that this Esau, when I say Esau, I mean the so-called white man. He hates like this truth. We call this the truth. All right, this is your understanding. All right, and Esau we call we call him the devil, which means the liar. All right, and he hates this truth. So what's going to happen now, even when you go into the scriptures, Paul, the apostles of the Lord, they were persecuted for pushing the Lord. All right, so that's like the brother said, these troops are going to come into your house, not only if you don't take the chip, but also, hey, because you are, pushing this truth, man. Just because you out here, you looked at as a terrorist now.
So say I was a police officer, right? And so they're going to take it regardless, right?
Yeah, the chip is going to, right now you got a company that chip the employees to where in order for you to punch in and punch out, you got to use your chip. They're gonna have jobs like government jobs, federal jobs, being a post office, all these government and federal jobs. You're gonna have to get checked. It's gonna be the way, the new way.
Wow.
That's what their mind is headed. Their plans are.
So like the gun laws and stuff, they like New Jersey has some stupid gun laws, and like I said, I'm a gun owner. I own a handgun.
Right.
And it's like now it's like they're trying to raise the taxes, like the prices on like permits, because I guess they don't want us to purchase.
Right.
For whatever reason, I guess they feel like, okay, if too many black men in our community like purchase handguns, like just for them to try to stop us from stand up against them and have them ways to defend ourselves.
Of course.
Right.
When Obama was president, he kept coming up with these campaigns on striving to take away the guns off the street, because what happens is when they declare martial law, they're gonna have a problem. They need, what's that movie on Netflix where they're New York?
Bushwick.
He shot in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, it was the Brooklyn.
Bushwick.
It's a good episode to understand this concept of what they're doing, because they got a show on it. If they could take the most guns off the street.
Brothers, I don't mean to cut you off. My name is not G.
All right, bro. What's your name? Top of the war.
All right, what's your name, brother? Not G. Take care, brother. All right, take care. Y'all be good. I'm gonna speak with y'all soon. I actually live over here.
This
So, you know what I'm saying? I do security at Sterling Security, so I'm always around the area.
All right, yeah.
Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed.
All right, bro.
All right, thank you for the word.
All right. Yeah. Hey, that's the spirit, man. You know, it's the spirit of prophecy before we can actually salute, you know.
They think their handguns gonna save them out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, somebody
Yo.
get a Ephesians 2:8.
Yeah, see, that's why I say I trust not in my boat, man. You know, it is with the red list and the blue list, well, especially the red list. Especially. Oh yeah, but first and foremost, you know, before we really get into it, I want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
We want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone who will go, and honors and salutations to the elect doctrine, doing his works in sincerity and in truth, man. Okay, yeah, man, you know, the word is getting out, man. You know? Everybody's starting to know about this truth, man. You know, where it is, you know, the brother, I seem sincere, but hey, man, he got that trust in his both spirit, man. You know, one thing he just said was, you know, he's not gonna let somebody come in his house and do what they do because he's a gun owner, man.
Right.
You know, look, you only got a handgun, man. All right.
You'll run out of bullets.
Yeah, you're gonna look. Esau's coming with shotguns and all different types of shit, man. What if he cut your lights out, man? You know, now you're gonna be, like the script said, groping in the noonday, man. You know, now you're gonna be, you know, trying to get to your gun, not knowing where it is. They're gonna have the night vision on. Come on, man. The gun is Esau's blessing, man. The so-called white man. That was his consolation prize, man. The gun, the damn sword. All right, so you ain't gonna be. There's no way else you're gonna beat Esau at his own game, man, with his own blessing. And then you hear this. You got the red list, and you got the blue list, and they just made the blacklist, man. Okay, and the blacklist is pretty much the red list and the blue list combined. And the red list is when they coming for you at 4 in the morning. 2 weeks before martial law is declared. So what you gonna be doing at 4 in the morning? They gonna be knocked out, man. You know, that's why I say the thoughts of every one of them is deep. You know, what hour is America at their most deepest sleep, man? You know, and that's around 4 a.m. You know, they did the search, man. So that's why they're gonna be coming for you at that time where you don't even expect it, man. So stuff like scripture say, don't put your trust in your bow, man. All right, and that's why scripture say wisdom is better than weapons of war, man. You know. And knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. So your best bet is getting down with this truth, man.
Right. Also, you know, it makes you think of in the book of St. Matthew 24, where it says, as the days of Noah was, where they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving unto marriage. You know, he was talking about how he was into the truth and he knows that all this shit's gonna get down, but meanwhile he wants to marry an Indian woman. It's like, what are your priorities at, man?
Because he's around. He said what? He's gonna be a lawyer, doctor, lawyer. And he's around them prestigious Edomites in that field. You know how you gotta conduct yourself, you gotta talk a certain way, wear a suit all the time. They're prepping them to be in that field. So the women of his liking is gonna be of that field.
Right.
That's the wrong way. Hey, you're nothing to deal with them, but you don't want to marry these women, man. You don't want to be in that mindset. Jeremiah, what's that, 16? No?
You want to give me 2:8? Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8, it says, for by grace are ye saved through faith.
There it is. Grace, through grace are ye saved through faith. In order to have faith, you gotta have works. In order to have works, you gotta have faith. You know? You gotta prove to the Lord that you believe in him, man. And you believe in what he do. All right? You gotta believe that he exists, man. That's the most hardest part for Jake. Because Jake too carnal, man. Everything with their eyes, anything they can smell, see, and touch, they want it. But anything that's invisible like the Lord right now, you know, hey, they don't have the faith for that, man. You know?
Hey, the dude asked the question, how do we know that all of this is any of this is even going to happen?
Right.
And I was like, damn.
Have faith, man. Hey, that shows you, if you asking that type of question, that lets you know you don't know what's going on in the world. You really don't. You really on a low, you on a sleep level. The Lord ain't blew his breath upon you, man. You know, you still in the dry bones, man. Because if you can't see that this place is on its way out, you sleep, man. You dead. Fuck sleep. You dead. You dead already, man.
I seen something this week. They had a protest over there in Minneapolis, man. And like the brother said, if you don't really see what's going on, you're dead, man. All these protests happening all throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? All these things that really lead to America's destruction, man, is at hand. All right? The chip, you know, famous rappers is taking the chip, man. You know?
Get Micah 2 in here real quick. You got to come up out of this place, man. That's why the prophets are set forth. We out here on the highways and byways to teach our people the truth, man. To tell you so-called blacks and Latinos that you are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. You know, we're not out here for nothing, man. You know, the scriptures do say we're a spectacle, but we're a spectacle until you repenting, man, and waking up. These people watch social media, Instagram, Facebook. You people all on YouTube watching these YouTubers. Everybody's worried about carnal shit, man. But they can't see that destruction is coming. They can't see we're going into a third world war, man. You can't see that these protests is going on worldwide, man. But then when we come out here and profess that and say that, they don't believe it, man, because you don't have your social mainstream media showing you these things, man. That's why this truth is boil you down about faith, man. This truth is boil you down about faith, man. Hey, Yahawashi said in Luke, what's that, 18? He said, shall he find faith on the earth? You know?
Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Hey, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, man. Now, is that departure for you to get on a plane and fly out of the country? No. He's talking about your spirit, your mind, man. You know? You gotta come up out of these ways of America, man.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
And that rest represents salvation. So this is not your salvation. We're in captivity, man. This is not salvation. This is not your rest. It ain't time for Jake to relax and chill. Nah, man, you're supposed to be in the word, man. You're supposed to be right now in a time of curious about what's going on and what's gonna happen next, man, with the Lord prophecies. You know? You should be occupied, man, in the works. But guess what? Jake is asleep, man. And this is why the Lord, you know, is going to bring terrible destruction upon you, man. Hey, America's not your rest, man. This ain't the time to go to college and want to do 8 years, man, and become a damn lawyer or a doctor, man. You know, go get you a trade so that you can hustle and have your little on the side, man, you know. Right now, the Lord is about to destroy this place, man. Ain't no telling how long this place got left, man. Ain't no telling how long when they force that RFID chip, man. And you got these characters out there in these different camps talking about the RFID chip, not the mark of the beast, man. People are out of your damn mind, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, this is something else. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahawashi shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Exactly. Walking circumspectly, man. Not as fools, but as wise, man. And most of our people, they're a bunch of fools, man. They don't know they left from their right. They don't know what's going on. You too worried about what's on social media, man. You're supposed to walk circumspectly, man. You should know who your enemy is. Instead, they hugging their enemy. They hugging their killers, man. They hugging the murderers that murdered your family member, man. That's that Christianity, man. I don't know how many times Jesus Christ done killed y'all niggas, man. Jesus Christ is killing these niggas, man. Killing them. He got you set up to love your own oppressors, man. And I'm saying that boldly because the name of the Lord is not Jesus Christ, man. The name of the Lord is Yahawashi, man. You know, you speak of another savior, man, which is really not a savior. You know, he's a taskmaster, all right, a doctrine that's set up for you to destroy you, man. You know, believing in that bullshit, man. See, we prophesize of a savior coming, man. But go ahead, Doc.
It says, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahawashi shall give thee light. And that's how you know it's talking about Yahawashi, which, you know, if you read it verbatim, it says Christ, but it's really talking about Yahawashi, because as you were saying, you know, Christ had you loving your enemy. Well, at this point, you should know who your enemy is.
Exactly.
You know, so really, it's Yahawashi shall give thee light.
And right there too, just how I said, well, awake thou that sleepers. Like how you said, like them wanting to hug their enemy right after their people's being murdered. That shows that you sleep. That's how bad the Christianity really got you messed up. Because if you was in Yahawashi, you would know it's a righteous thing to hate your enemy, man. You would know that, man. But Christianity got you all in this love spirit, like love only comes in one fashion. You gotta be nice, polite, and kiss people's ass to love, man. Love comes in all shapes, forms, of fashion, and it comes harsh, man. Period. Why you think we in this situation now? The Lord bust our ass because he loves us, man. You only have I known among all the families of the earth, therefore I punish you for your iniquities, man. So busting somebody's ass is love, man. You know, period, man. We ain't supposed to love the enemies, man. The other nations don't give a damn about us, man, period. Now imagine if the roles was completely reversed. You think Edomites would turn to be a hugger, Jake? Hell fucking no, man. Because they know what time it is, man. But it's only you just out here that sleep like that, man.
In history, Jake got lynched off of accusations. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they had all the evidence to convict this bitch, and Jake still want to give her a hug.
This Psalms 139 and 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, Yahawah BaHaSham, Yahawashi, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
And that's King David, man. And that's why the churches, they don't speak on King David's behalf. They don't speak about the king, man. You know, which was beloved of the Most High. They don't speak about King David in them churches, man. You know? And if they did, they only speak about what happened with him and Goliath. And that's it. But they don't speak about that, man. David said, I hate them with perfect hatred, man. How are you saying you can't hate someone when that's nature, man? If someone kills your son, your daughter, or your father, your mother, you're not
It's designed in us to hate our enemies. Yeah. By nature, it's designed in us to hate Esau. No other nation.
Hey, that's why.
And two-thirds.
Yeah, that's why we say niggas got Stockholm syndrome, man. You know, brothers brought that out the other week. You know, going into that word Stockholm syndrome. Hey, Jake is asleep, man. Because of what? Social media, man. Because of your feelings. Go ahead,
It's like how you said, like, period. It's in Esau by nature to hate us. When they get next to you, they don't want to be near you, man. Like I mentioned a few times before, right? On one of them TV shows, like one of them like marriage shows or whatever, where they hook people up so they could date and get married and shit like that. Now, Jake wanted to get with some of the Edomite women, but none of the Edomite women didn't want to get with none of Jake, man. Because while they're bred by their fathers and their whole family to never date a black man. They monkeys, they beneath us, man. I had a girl when I was like younger in my 20s. A girl was letting me know, I'm like, yeah, and she was talking about, yeah, my friend dates a black dude or whatever, but I've never tried it. I'm like, you ever heard the saying, once you go black, you don't go back? Yeah. You know, just like start laughing and shit like, yeah, but you know, it's just the way my parents raised me, you know, not to deal with black people or whatever. So that shows you how they train their children in the way they should go, man. Right. But our children are being trained in the way they should probably go. the way we're supposed to go is naturally hate our enemies just as well as they hate us. There's nothing wrong with hate. It's a lovely thing to hate, man. You're going to have those feelings and emotions at times, and I'm glad this time is because I wanted to talk about hate today, man. I hate a lot of motherfuckers, man. I hate you wicked niggas. I hate you wicked bitches. Everybody that caused me some grief, strife, or oppression within my lifetime, I fucking hate you, man. Period, man. And that's righteous anger, man. And that anger that we have within us is bringing us closer to Yahawashi. Every day we gotta live within this fucking hellhole, man. Period.
And you'll never, Esau, like you said, they're trained because it's a shame unto them to bring a black man back to their home. You know how they want to meet my parents, and they come to their house and you got a black dude, that's great. You know? And even when you got these Uncle Tom Jakes that go to be a part of that field and deal with Esau like that, when they do get brought to the family, they feel uncomfortable. They still dealing with racism, you know, and then what? They learn to deal with it, you know, because that's his woman. How do you goddamn mind, man?
I got another one. This Amos chapter 5, verse 15. Hate the evil, and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate.
Hey, that's the true way how you establish judgment, man. This world ain't about judgment, man. You know, this generation, these little kids, they get justified by every little thing they do. Everything that they do that's wrong, they get justified, man. It's really everything goes, man. Hate the evil and love the good. That's how you establish judgment, man.
Did y'all see that video? It just came out recently. I think it was recently. I'm not sure how long ago, whatever. It was a Dominican, a Jake or whatever, Simeonite or whatever, right?
The store. You ain't talking about the incident in the store, right?
No. He was dancing, but he was dancing with a faggot.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Y'all seen that? That came out recently, right?
Yeah.
He was dancing with a faggot, and why they? Because it's like a dance party. Yeah. Oh damn, my bad.
It's all good.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta hit
strikes.
Yeah.
But it was a, so I can say homosexual. That's allowed, Esau.
Yeah, just
That's
don't say it
allowed.
too much.
All right. So,
Yeah, say that.
dancing with a Homo erectus, right? And pretty much, and yeah, Homo sapien, right?
Still come out.
And he had his hand like on the back, on his backside, right? Just not like on his ass, but like on his backside. While they dancing and shit. So you see the one, they got two sides. So you see the one side while he dancing. Then after he finished dancing, then you see the other side with the fat boy sitting on the chair. And his father just got the switch and just tearing his ass up, cursing him out in Spanish and shit. And then you got people want to come aboard saying, oh, that's wrong. I would never do that to my child. Oh, these kids do what they want nowadays. It's free will and blah, blah. You know how the brother said, anything considered to go within society, man. You do anything to screw your children, doing it wrong. Why am I in the wrong for not wanting my son to be a Homo erectus, man? Why am I wrong for that, man? Why am I wrong for whooping my child for wanting to steer him in the right way, according to the Holy Scriptures, man? This society is fucked up, man.
And that just proves that this place is ready to go. It's ready to go. Esau is ready to go, man. You know, the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah without warning. The Lord have warned this place. He warned Esau, you know? But this is the last time we gonna be in this shit, man. Hey, all praises to Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, man. Because this is the last time we're gonna be in this shit, man. This is the last time, man. But,
Psalms chapter 11, verses 5 says, the Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence is so hated.
And Esau is a weapon of violence, man. You know, that's his blessing. Hey, can you read that again, huh? Hey, because that proves that the Lord hates Esau, man. It's another one just to prove that the Lord hates Esau. What was Esau's blessing? The fatness of the earth and to live by the sword, man. That's why he is a weapon, man. A master of destruction, man. The son of perdition. Go ahead, huh?
Cain means what? Cain in the Hebrew means what? So he's only living up to his name.
What Columbus said, he said he couldn't even put his sword down for a second, man. So I'm going to show you was a damn Edomite, man. But Psalms 11 and 5, the Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence His soul hated.
And that goes for 2/3 of our people. These niggas out here that swear they tough. Well, they is tough. You know, tough to be destroyed, man. You know, niggas that run around with the mud face. You know, looking at everything like it's dirty. You know what I'm saying? Them type of niggas that quick to want to shoot something up. You know, the Lord gonna get you niggas too, cause y'all lovers of violence, man. You know.
And it says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and in horrible tempters. This shall be the portion of their cup.
Hey, that's America, man. This place is going out in that fashion, man. Brimstone, fire, all right, the fire from the nuclear missiles, the fire from the chariots, the angels. This place going out with a great purification, man. It's going to be purified, man. You know, the Lord is bringing destruction upon this place, man. You better believe it, man. I can't see how niggas, I'm the water, Yahawashi for waking me up in this truth, man. Because every day you see this bullshit, man. Every day you see wickedness, man. You know, so you actually seeing, you're dealing with Satan every day, man. You're dealing with Satan every day. If you see one of the alphabets walking down the street, your face turn up, that was Satan. Somebody that don't know you, just start talking shit to you, that's Satan. Here it is, a fiend come up to you and ask you for a quarter, and you be like, I ain't got it. You jump at you, you're like, yo, that's Satan. You're like, yo, I'll whoop your ass. You know? A woman talking over you. These women walk around here with pride on their face, man. It's gonna come a point in time when the Lord is gonna wipe pride from the earth, man. He's gonna wipe the pride off your face, man. Even men, the scriptures say, even their heart shall faint, man. You know, men are gonna be like women, man. You know, so how can a woman have, you know, you see a black woman, she driving next to you, she got pride on her face like she'd duff your ass. You looking at this woman, she look, and you be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like she gonna duff you out. Crazy, man.
Jeremiah 30 verse 5. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail?
Yeah, because the time that's coming, man. Hey, it's gonna be some horrible, horrific things that's gonna happen, man. You know? There's gonna be bloodshed in the streets, man. You talk about the movie The Purge, well, it's gonna be a real purge in real life, worldwide, man. I'll be glad when the Lord let this thing go loose, man. I'll be glad when the Lord allowed these Edomites to force that chip, man. You know, hey, we might be a little scared and, you know, shooken up at first, but think Yahawashi that is on, that's it. After that, it's done. So do your worst, man. Because after that, this place is finished. Ain't no refurbished America. This is a refurbished Roman Empire, man. You know, ain't no patching up, taking bomb for this wound of East America, man. You crazy, man. This place is out of here, man. These niggas is out of here. You Edomites, you out of here, man. Go ahead, man. Out of here, man.
It's like how the scripture say, like
trying to save this place.
You know, it says like we shall rejoice when we see you know, the revenge on the wicked, like even the wicked of our people too, man. Like everything you saying right now is music to my ears, because like that hate and everything I got toward these people and towards Esau, I can't wait. Even like I said, even though we might be scared, we might be going through some hardships as well. For me in that time, to see a nigga get shot down in the street or to see a bitch get gun butted in the fucking face, I'ma laugh at that shit, man. I put on everything, I'ma laugh at that shit, man. That shit gonna feel so good to see the revenge on you niggas, man. For all of this shit that the prophets gotta go through, everything that y'all put us through, man. Period, man. This shit is sickening, the state that our people is fucking, man. Everybody always wanna buck up back, like I was about to say. Everything you deal with within your life is fucking Satan, man. We don't have a break from Satan, period. Even when we come down here and deal with the word of the Lord. Once in a while we might get a break, but sometimes we get demons too. Other than that, it ain't no fucking peace for our life, man.
Even when you go to sleep, Satan right there.
That's because we are most miserable.
Satan can't get no sleep.
You know? Miserable.
Word, man.
Real, man.
Everything, man. Everything is nothing but filth and vexation of spirit, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for that day, man, because that is really going to be tears of joy to know how much more the Lord is closer and that the Lord is bringing out judgment on you motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I got another. This Psalm 7 verse 11. Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi judgeth the righteous, and Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi is angry with the wicked every day.
Every day, man. Every day. The Lord is fed up with us. The Lord, the Heavenly Father, is bound by His word because He's a righteous power, man. You know, when the Lord says something, it gets done. He's a you know, they say in the world, be a stand-up guy, you know, live behind your word. Well, the Most High lives behind His word, man. And that's why these prophecies got to play out, man. You know? The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. Any one of you that justifies wickedness, man. Here it is, like you was bringing out. You know, you can pull somebody out when they're wrong, or acknowledge the situation and say, you know, that's off. That ain't how it goes. Then other people will get down your back for pointing out that person's wrong. If you see one of these alphabet weirdos and you be like, come on, man. You know, don't teach no child no shit like that. They get on you. It's crazy, man. Somebody was just telling me about, there was a show they was watching, and they was saying about, there was a black dude on the show. I don't know what show it was, but the Edomite saying that their child do this to them and do that, and the black dude was like, if that was my child, I would have whooped his ass. And then the Edomite got all pissed off with the black dude for you know, for saying that. Like, how dare you? What you mean with you whoop? I won't whoop my daughter for nothing like that. But you're supposed to put them in their place. And this also shows you too. You Negroes and Latinos, you are not Edomites. You're not white people, man. We're not raised like that. We're not raised like Edomites. This is why you see their children cursing them the fuck out, man. You know, talking crazy, man. It tells you about Jacob and Esau characteristics, man. You know, two manner of people, man. Two different manner of people, man. This is why Jake got flavor. This is why, you know, it's off. But these women go get colored hair and all that shit, man. Plus, you know, Edomites walking down the street with no purple hair. And if you do, she probably into Gothic or worshiping Satan. But these regular Edomites, they ain't walking down the street with no orange hair. Stupid ass Jake, man. You dumb ass black woman, man. Walking around here with orange hair, purple hair. That's crazy. That's like, you know, a woman's out of her mouth. I saw a woman earlier. She had no hair and then had a little slit with blonde hair. They have the nerve to be sitting there looking at you like, what? I'm like, what?
What is that?
Yeah.
What are those?
That's Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 30, verse 9. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
That's not being cruel to your kid, man. You are not supposed to be your kid's friend, man. There's a thin line between friend and parent, man. You know, a parent is a guardian, man. You're guarding over this child for this child's safety, man, because of your experience, man. If you know there's racist shit going on in the school, I was watching Dion, Raising Dion. I saw that. Oh, word. And I was watching that. I remember y'all said that before I started watching. But I was watching that, and you know, the woman didn't want to tell. You know, she had to ask her sister, should she tell her son about racism? Hey, what you talking about? You're his guardian. The guardian, not only you are protective, but you ought to watch out for their ways and guide their steps, so they could get their steps right, and then what? They could lead. So when they have children, they do the same. Man, we gonna point out the wrong and right. Fuck this place, man. You're crazy as hell.
Yeah, because like we always say, what's that? Somebody grab that Ecclesiastes 3 and 24. Ecclesiastes 3 and 24. Real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it's a shame it's gotten to the point now that you can't even do that. You can't even tell somebody they wrong about something, or the correct way. You ain't even got to come at them harsh, or just to correct them on how they going about it. They're like, well, how you gonna tell me this based off of your beliefs? Well, what is the standard then? What the fuck is the standard? If everything is based off of how you feel, how he feel, Where the fuck is the standard? What is the lie at? What's right and wrong?
This place confused, yeah.
Confused,
Yeah,
man. Exactly. Babylon, the land of confusion, man. This shit is sickening, man. And people don't. People just want to go with the flow. Oh, this is the times. This is the times. You got to get up with the youngsters, man. Fuck all that dumbass shit, man. You got to be rules and regulations for everything within this fucking society. You got rules on your job. You got to follow the fucking stoplights and shit, right?
Right.
You got to do everything according to the society. But when it comes to just you being you, people feel as though they can do what the fuck ever, and that's wrong, man. You can feel however the fuck you want to feel about it. That shit is wrong. Right. Everything has consequences for it, period, man.
Because what our people don't understand, black people, they don't understand that what they do affects their race. Black people don't understand this. They feel like you can't tell me nothing. I can do what I want. But what you don't understand is that you're affecting the whole race. They don't understand that. This is why Edomites, Moabites, Ishmaelites, they carry themselves in their tradition so that they don't be looking like niggas. Jake don't understand that, man. That's why it's important. You're not supposed to have these kids out here, well, I'll just say hip hop, for example. It should have never been no mumble rap. Somebody should have stepped in and said, get that whack. Back in the day, they used to be like, get your whack ass out of here. That should have never made it. That shit should have never made it in, man. The fashion of clothes, that affects a race, man. Now this race of Negroes, these 2/3 today, they're feminized, man. And the clothes don't help them. The clothes help them to be feminized. Little children like that, with his moms and shit. Little fat kid, be feminine as hell, man. He big as hell. And he'd be the most bitch. You know what I'm saying? He's pushing. The nigga, you big as hell.
Johnson, faggot ass.
So, hey, it's hard, man. Hey, trying to live in this society and choose choices of words, that's hard, man.
And that goes into the precedence that's being set. The brother said, what is the standard? The standard that these Edomites is ruling under is emotions. You know what I'm saying? As long as it feels, and that's that whole Aleister Crowley, agenda. Do as thy will. If it feels good, do it. That whole live fast, die young concept. YOLO. You only live once. It's what? Making actions and making your decisions based upon how you feel. And that's why they got this the F-bomb that we can't say anymore unless we're gonna be reprimanded, penalized on it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to our YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Because they're sparing these Homo sapiens feelings, man, and emotions. Which is wicked. Here it is. The scriptures tell us, what's that? 1 Peter 4:11?
1 Peter 4:11. Okay.
Any man speak?
Oh,
The
yeah.
problem is this generation gives wickedness a pass. The main reason why order was set in the ancient world because an example was always set. You have to set examples. Here it is. There was a point in time to where a rat got killed. For leaking information that they weren't supposed to leak because they signed up for a particular cause. And the consequences and repercussions of that was death. So that would put other people in fear. The same thing happened with the Lord when it came to the law, statutes, commandments. You got certain laws in which the Lord, will chastise you on. You got certain laws that the Lord will put you to death with. Homosexuality was one of those laws, man. And death was the reward for that action. But what, in this particular time, they're soothing you by giving you laws. They're giving homosexuals laws, man. But when you read the Bible, the Lord put these motherfuckers to death, man. And that's just what it is. But you got a lot of people that move according to feelings and emotions. We don't deal with feelings and emotions. BaHaSham Yahawashi don't deal with feelings and emotions, man. He was an austere man. So what's common sense going to tell you? His men is going to be austere as well, man, when we come out here teaching his word.
This is 1 Peter, chapter 4.
See, and that's the spirit, man. The Lord had a homosexual come up here, man, a transgender, as this word is coming out. Because why? That's their judgment, man. The Lord said, for I will destroy you with the spirit of my mouth, then with the brightness of my coming. That was an example, man.
This is 1 Peter, chapter 4, I start at 10. As every man have received a gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of a manifold grace of Yahawah.
That's why you're not supposed to neglect the gift that was given to you by prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Like here it is. Like you brought up the TV series of Raising Dion. You know, everyone who pretty much had that radiation that fell upon them, you know, they ended up with abilities, you know, which is gifts, you know, if you will, you know. Well, go ahead.
Verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahawah. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth.
That's right. So if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Heavenly Father. That's the standard, man. The Bible's the standard. That's what governs us. Governs means what? Control. This is our government. This is where our state of mind is at. This is where our mindset is at. So if we're going to speak anything, or we're going to give an answer to your question, it's going to be based upon the scriptures, not based upon what we feel. There's a lot of times when we would get into debates, you know what I'm saying, over there downtown, you know, and a lot of people couldn't deal with us. Their only response would be, well, tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel. Because that would be an avenue in which they can attempt to confound us. But it's not about what we say and what we feel. The Lord said, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom in which an adversary cannot gainsay nor resist. What is that? The scriptures. So that's what we stick to, man. And that's why everybody else gets confounded, because they come with their own belief system. You know, or they come with these other fallacies of religion, or what they call religion, you know what I'm saying? And it don't measure up to truth, because truth trumps all.
Hey, real quick, if you type in Oracle and look it up in the blue letter, just jump down to the point of the contents of the Mosaic Law.
There you go.
You know,
The
that's an
Mosaic
Oracle.
Law. And what's part of the Mosaic Law? That you put a homosexual to death, man. Not give him rights, not give him passes, not give him rewards, or hip-hop contracts, or movie roles. You put them to death, man.
It says, let him do it as the ability which the Most High giveth, that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahawashi Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever to watch.
That's right. Because the individual may have the gift to speak, man. He'll wear that, you know what I'm saying, till the wheels fall off, thinking it's of him. The Lord only gave you that gift to speak for him to be glorified, man, for you to be able to bring his word out for other people to understand. That's why you have that gift. You know, but the certain gift that people may obtain, they use it for wickedness, man. They use it for vainglory, you know? And then you see the Lord get rid of them, you know, because they misuse the word of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, I got that scripture you want to show Mom. Sirach chapter 3, verses 24. It says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment.
So what overthrows everybody's judgments? Their own opinion. Because at the end of the day, you may have a valid fucking opinion about something, but that don't mean that somebody gotta honor and respect what the fuck you say that's coming out of your own heart. The scriptures also say the heart is deceitfully wicked above all things. You could know it, meaning what? Our mind. Yeah, desperately wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's why, once again, man's going to the other Lord, therefore how can a man understand his own way? So we got to go according to the way that the Lord set forth for us, because if we go according to our own way, it's only going to lead us to destruction. Hence this society, hence blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans now. They're being led to destruction. Why? Because they want to go according to their own way. And according to the way Esau is framing things, how you say it, government, and pretty much meaning what? Mind control. You know what I'm saying? So the government is mind fucking you in the way that you should go, and you following it like the sheep that you are. That's why people is fucking doing it. You don't want to listen to sound judgment from your own people, coming from the holy scriptures that was ordained by your righteous power, man, that you belong to. But yet you're listening to Esau, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to control your spirit by way of the mark of the beast of Arfaditra, you know what I'm saying, trying to bring martial law upon the society, trying to turn your son and daughter into a faggot, pumping all type of stuff and chemicals into your food, giving you all type of diseases, ailments, and all type of things. You know what I'm saying? You'll rather go that way. So that obviously lets us know that what? You want to die. Jake's plan is to fucking die. What else are you living for? You're planning to die. That's it.
What's that? Them that hate me love death.
Oh yeah.
It's Proverbs 8.
It's, Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
These niggas dead. You're dead. You're dead. You don't have understanding. You never had understanding. If you're not within this truth, you don't have understanding, man.
Hey, just quick precept. She that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
Exactly. So hey, Ezekiel saw what? The valley of the dry bones. We walking around it right now. But how they said in music, all I see is dead people. That's all the fuck we say when we walk up and down the street. It's fucking dead people, man. Nobody has no type of fucking sense nowadays, man. You talk to somebody about some basic shit, they gotta go up into some I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, stupid? Like, this shit is great. You can't even have a decent conversation with nobody about nothing. I don't want to talk to nobody walking up the street no more, man. Can't talk to family members, friends. The only silence is this truth and buzzing the truth, and that's it. You don't got no fucking body. If you hang out with somebody in the world, it just gotta be just to get your mind off of things, just to have a good time within Babylon, because we still human, we still gotta live a little bit, and need a little balance. But after that little 4 or 5 hours, you went the bitch back to the bullshit. I gotta be with my goddamn self. How you always say, might as well be in a fucking cave somewhere, man.
Sometimes you wish that you could just go to a cave and isolate from everybody.
I got a quick point because what causes one to live? Breath. You know what I'm saying? Like a respirator. When someone's dead, you know what I'm saying, what they do, they like to hook them up to a respirator because that causes one to breathe. You know what I'm saying? What's the breath? Somebody get Genesis 2:7 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a certain ingredient that you need in order to live, essentially. You know? That's right. It's word. Yeah.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked.
Genesis 2:7.
Oh, sorry, not Genesis. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7 says, and the Lord power formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
That's right. Breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. It's talking about Adam. You know? And that's Adamites, because it was a plethora of individuals that was created. The days are over. You got a 1942 car bumping 2019 music.
Give it up. It's done. The 90s, the early 2000s is over. It's over. He like
My man looked like the original Dun
That
Dada.
nigga Ray was in the 80s and he still rocking.
but did you see his demeanor?
Yeah.
42.
Like seriously, let's think of this
All
back
the
in the
youngest with this.
You might need to ask what the fuck you doing, man.
Go ahead, bro. Read that.
These are whole things. So Genesis 2 and 7 again.
It's still an interruption.
The music is Satan.
Yeah. Everything. You see Satan every day, man. Every day you dealing with Satan, man. Most of the people you gotta talk to is Satan, man. Ain't nobody giving no good advice. You know, ain't nobody can tell you good advice if they not coming from Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi. You got women gotta go seek advice from some somebody that don't believe in the Lord. And they gonna tell you to do exactly what the world would tell you to do. Leave them. Go deal with somebody else. You stupid. But go ahead, my bad.
Genesis 2 and 7. And the Lord power formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
Right.
And man became a living soul.
That's how one becomes a living soul, man, by the breath, which is this word. If you don't have it, you're dead. You're a dead man or one man walking. That's it.
Goes back to inspiration.
That's right.
God breathed.
That's right. That's right.
All precept for that. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all the things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High. And a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her.
of that, brother, because hey, even in this truth, you might have a dead soul where you don't read, you feel suffocated, man. Like, damn, I need to read. You know what I'm saying? So that's how people is in this truth, man. They don't have that oxygen or that water to, you know what I'm saying, to quench their thirst, man. Or that oxygen to go to their brain, man, to have them thinking straight.
Hey, you know, you try to read the Bible, it's gonna be a headache. Because first off, they don't know what this means. You know, you're gonna lose concentration. They gonna, oh, this shit didn't make sense. I jumped. I don't know what the hell is that? You know, that's how you know this unlocking of these scriptures is all due to Yahawah. You know, that's why you have to be taught by a teacher, man. But Jake, they don't even want to listen to no teacher. You know, it's hard, man. I got a precept. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, and I start at 6. It says, "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." You know, so wickedness have exceedingly polluted, man, this earth. Everywhere you go, man, you got other nations following after Esau, they striving to beat Esau toward the New World Order. Esau is trying to bring a New World Order so he can have his kingdom extended, you know. But you got the other nations like, well, we're gonna be the top of the New World Order, like the Goots, you know. These Moabites, these Chinese, Japanese, man, you go to China, man, they got Big Brother, which we call the civilian cameras and all that. They the police, you know. They give you a ticket if you find. They give you a ticket if you litter, man. Litter. And guess what? You would get that shit right in your mailbox, man. Or shit, probably not even the mailbox, on your email. You know? Yeah, they give you a ticket through your email, man. They so futuristic over there, it's crazy, man. You know? Hey, their biometric system works. I saw one they were showing their technology. They were showing the cameras and how they work. People just walking and they facial scan and they pull up where they from and all that, man. Hey, they living it over there, man. And that's why this place got to catch up. That's why this devil said he had for the short time. You know, he knows that he had for the short time. You know, and he's gonna come down having great wrath, man. You know. But I'm gonna jump. It says oh, this is what you had. I was getting this to you. This is verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led to a flock." Excuse me. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." Because the way that Jake go, it's like they're, you know, headed to a slaughterhouse, man. You know, your ways and your works that you have, you know, it's a reward of wickedness, man. You reap what you sow. Jake don't got no righteous works. Why would the Lord answer your prayers, man? Why would he come in your defense? How can the Lord defend you? Hey, when you get in trouble today, you can do a horrific crime. You're gonna have to get you a paid lawyer. And the Lord, and depending on what you did, he has to find a way to fight for you. But if you don't give him nothing and be honest with your lawyer, he can't defend you. Don't care how much you pay for him, man. If he can't find a way out, he can't find nothing to defend you. So how much more Yahawashi, man, which is the mediator, man, the middle, you know, between us and the Heavenly Father. You know, Yahawashi prays for the elect, man. You know, and here it is. He's the one that in between that take upon, you know, being that what's that in Salutations. I forgot that scripture. I can't quote it. Nah, never mind. But anyway, you know, the Lord is the middle, man. So if we do these works, the Lord can have something to tell the Heavenly Father for, man. Like, look, you know, he done that, he sacrificed that, this and that. He got works. Our people are led to the slaughter, man. You know.
This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse 1. "Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them. Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000. So one righteous man is better than 1,000. You know, that's wicked. It says, and better it is to die without children than to have them than to have them that are ungodly. For by one that have understanding shall the city be replenished, but the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate. You know, that's essentially why the Lord got his men set up in every major city in America and around the world, man. Because why? There's certain elect that has to be replenished. You know, that particular individual is going to be delivered by the grace and mercy of Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi. You know, because there's strength in numbers. And the Lord is telling us, desire not, let me read it again, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, because essentially, what's their profit? Anything that's carnal. Carnality deteriorates. You know, here it is, once you pass on, you know, what continues to live? The spirit. You know what I'm saying? The flesh is what decomposes after the third day. So why feed into the flesh when that's something that decomposes? The purpose is to feed into the spirit, because that's what reigns forever. You know. So what? So you see all of these homosexuals. That's why you got a lot of these homosexuals being homosexuals, because it's like a gang. Every year they got a new letter. You know, because people are intrigued by that. You know, the attention is there. You know, same thing goes for the entertainment business. You know, a lot of people are seeking after attention. You know, and like I always say, popularity don't make you real. It only makes you a target, man. You know, but everybody want to be where the action's at. Everybody want to be seen. But when the going gets tough, are you going to be able to handle what comes with that attention? No, man. You know, everybody's going to fold, man. You know, but when it comes to this truth, that's why we follow after men. That's why we follow after men that are in the same like mind as us, because we know the end result. Psalms 37:37 tells us, mark the perfect man, because at the end of that man is the way of peace, man. At the end of the day, all you want is peace. You want to be left alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching an interview with that wicked nigga Kevin Gates. He makes solid points sometimes. You got to give him his credit when the credit is just due or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He made a solid point, because it's in harmony with the scriptures. He said he goes through all of that. He went through all of that war just so he can have peace. He said, because at the end of the day, a man just want to be left alone. You don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like your biggest enemy, you go to war with them just so you ain't got to worry about his ass no more. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, King David was at war for 40 years, so King Solomon can have that 40 years of peace. You know, in order to have peace, war has to be established. You know, we at war right now, so what? We can have peace in the kingdom. That's the whole purpose of things, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
See, and once I mean, it's all about vibrations and discernment. You know what I'm saying? When you operate in the correct order of things, you're on a high level, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna, when you understand seasons, you're not gonna latch on to things that was meant for that particular season. For example, like a woman. You know, here it is. You could be dealing with a woman. You know what I'm saying? 2 years, 3 years, whatever the case may be. You know, the Lord put that woman in your particular life for a particular reason, for that particular moment. But once the Lord starts revealing things about that particular woman, you know that season's about to get cut off. You know, so what? It's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of things in life. That's why it's like, you just got to pay attention to your particular situation or your particular scenario. It could be a job. The Lord provided this particular job for this particular reason for you to gain this type of experience. Now it's time to move on. You know, but the problem with humans, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of these people out here, they like to hold on to the past. You know, they like to sit there and meditate. You know what I'm saying? Now they singing Usher, You Got It Bad. You know what I'm saying? They soaking and sorrowing. You know, they all in their feelings. You know? Men of the Lord don't move like that, man. Why? We understand the seasons. We understand the times, man. Measure diligently the signs and the times that are at hand, man.
Yeah. No, bring it out. You can bring it out.
You got more on that, right?
Yeah, I was going to just get a quick research. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4. and because he was talking about temporal. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
So why give your heart, mind, body, and soul into something that's temporal, man? You know, totally negating, you know, the spirit, man. Which is going to last forever, man. You know, the everlasting. Can you imagine, can you put a time on everlasting? No, you can't. It's hard to fathom living good and wealthy forever.
Eyes have not seen it, ears have not heard.
Say it again.
Eyes have not seen it, ears have not heard.
That's right, man. What the Heavenly Father has in store for them.
Love yet to come.
How does the Lord know you love him? You got to feed his sheep. Love is an action. There goes Satan's angels.
Hear him before you see.
Jumping back, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 2. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
Hey, the Lord broke us down, man. The Lord broke us down to where we didn't even know who he was. You know, born identity. We didn't know who he was. You know, we sitting there calling ourselves Puerto Ricans, African Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians. You know, the scriptures say, an ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
You know how to go back home?
You know how to go back home. And these are stubborn animals. You know, but they know where home is. They know who they are. You know, but what? Israel totally negated the Lord, man. They refused to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know?
It says, a time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. I'm going to jump to verse 8, verse 7. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak.
Hey, there was a time where the Lord rendered the kingdom. When he separated the southern kingdom, you know, from the northern kingdom. You know, but what? We're in a time now to where the Lord is bridging that gap. You know what I'm saying? That's the case, an example of the seasons and the purposes, because everything was for a purpose. The Lord's purpose.
If I can add too, like the Apostle Charles said, no more members of GMS, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's time to refrain from embracing like that.
Yeah.
This is verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
See, a time of war and a time of peace. What came first? War.
That's balance right there, though. The Lord's going into balance.
Perfect.
Something that Esau don't know. That's dealing with balance.
Yeah. Hey, and when you watch that movie, The Equalizer, the first one, it's crazy because, like, even when I was in the movie for the first time watching it, I already knew Denzel's remark. You know what I'm saying? When he went to Russia to kill off Vladimir Pushkin in the shower, he was like, hey, man, what is all of this war going to bring? Denzel said, peace. You know what I'm saying? Because war brings peace. You know? So they had a part two. Now he's over there fighting somebody else's battles. You know? But that's what it's about, man. We're going through all of this just so we ain't got to worry about being subject unto payments, breathing in chemtrails, eating GMO foods, having the woman set before us, you know, and having this goddamn devil looking like the poster boy of America, man. Or the way the status quo is supposed to be. That's about to be a thing of the past, man. Righteousness is in case you haven't gotten the memo, man. Bro, it's not by design a lot of these men is out here growing beards, man. That's because righteousness is in.
It says, Proverbs chapter 16 and 11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work.
That's balance, man. You know? Perfect balance. A false balance is an abomination unto the Lord, man. You know? That's why Edom is an abomination. You just can't get right, you will never get it right. He wasn't designed to get it right. He's tailor-made for destruction. That's it.
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. See that, man? So, we're going to be going through that fire, man. Them are hard times, man. All right, but ultimately it's to build us up, and it's so that Yahawashi can mold us, man. Because even when you mold it, when you check out the blacksmith, they have to what? Strike it when it's hot, man, to mold that sword exactly how he wants. But in order to even go through that first, you gotta bring that sword to that fire, man. So that's why, brothers catch hell, man, and go through what they go through so that they could build up that hatred for this place, man. You actually need hatred in this place, man.
Yep, to survive.
Yeah.
To survive, that's a part of nature. The Lord didn't make the animals to all love each other. You don't see lions loving on, leopards, all just getting along. No, they come in this territory, you're getting ravished.
Yep.
Straight up. So how much more us, man? The Lord divided the nations, man. He never made it to where all of us. Matter of fact, the first New World Order was what? The Tower of Babel, man. And the Lord came down and what? Struck them with them languages, man. Okay? Divided them. All right? So then now what? You got Esau. He wants to, because he thinks he's clever, he wants to bring forth another New World Order, man.
He did it with Antiochus Epiphany. They wanted to create that New World Order back then. But the Lord always disappointed their devices no matter what they tried.
Right, man.
The Lord got a sense of you. He plays around with these devils.
Yeah, hey,
the Lord plays around with these devils.
Yeah, there was a video that I saw this week where, I don't know, I forgot that guy's name. He's black, he's way he's smart. But basically he was telling on what these elite plans are. They want to stage an alien invasion, man. Because they want everyone to be on their side to fight against Yahawashi. That's basically what it is.
The thing is, you're not going to have to stage it because you're falling right into the Lord's hands. The Lord saying he's going to gather you to the Middle East, for a particular reason. Because when you read 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, all of those armies, you were set up to fight against Yahawashi and his armies, man. So you can't do nothing against the truth, only for it, man. That's it. And they like to play on this word alien. Alien just means foreigner. They really make it to believe like it's going to be what? Are they green men? Green men with big heads, looking like when Mars attacks. You know what I'm saying? When that movie came out, they trying to design it to make it look like something beyond what the mind can perceive, man. No, man. It's going to be biblical men coming to take what's his, man. That's the other side taking the world over, man.
I got a precept. This is Genesis chapter 32. And I'm gonna start at verse 24. Going into how the brother said war brings peace. Alright, now it says, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with God, with men, and has prevailed. So when you get into the scriptures, this is how the men of the Lord, all right, which trickles down today, how they actually received the blessing, man. They had to go through shit, and in Romans 4 actually speaks about Abraham, basically how he it's almost like he went to war, man. Almost he had to slay his son, man. He had to put himself to the side, man. But that's how the Lord works. That's why the scriptures say the Lord is a man of war. How did we receive the Holy Land, man? He had to go to war, man.
First Samuel chapter 15, verses 2.
Real quick, I can say now, so people won't get that misconstrued. Now it's a spiritual war, man. Because the scriptures say in 2 Corinthians 10 and 4 that our warfare is not carnal, man. So now we're going to war Esau in the spirit, man. That's why he's taking brothers pages down, we're going to be killing through the spirit, man.
First Samuel chapter 15 verse 2. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not. You see that? So just getting into also what more into war, man. You know, and also when you go to war, you're supposed to put to death all your enemies, man. You know, so that they don't even rise up again. And that's actually what's gonna happen in the future, man. You know, all these Edomites are gonna get destroyed after 1,000 years of slavery, man. You know, as it says in Obadiah, they're gonna be burnt off the face of the earth, man. So it says, verse 3, now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. See that? So, you know, he was supposed to put everything down, man, to wipe our enemies out of existence, so that what? We can have that peace, as the brother was saying, man. And they even show that in The Godfather, man. You know, he wanted to he killed his pops, all right, and then he wanted to kill the little boy as well, and his mother was pleading for his life. Like, this is my son, he could do no harm. And why did he want to kill him? Because ultimately, he knew that one day he could rise up and put him to death, which actually happened, man. So why he wanted to shut everything down so that he could live in that peace, man. And that's what's gonna happen with the wicked, man. Okay, the wicked is gonna be put the fuck down, man. All right, when Yahawashi returns, the righteous is gonna be set back up on the earth, man.
This is a few verses. This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahawah, and spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahawah, for he had trumpeted glorious. The horse and his rider had he thrown down into the sea. Yahawah is my strength and song. He is become my salvation. He is my power. And I will prepare him in habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. Yahawah is a man of war. Yahawah is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and the host have he cast into the sea. His captains also he drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them, that they sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Yahawah, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Yahawah, have dashed in pieces the enemy. You know, just going to show you how he was delivered out of Egypt, man, and how the Moses and the children of Israel sang into their power, man, for delivering them from the enemy, man, destroying the enemy, man. You know, Pharaoh. You know.
Yeah. It's chapter 12, verse 11, like the brother was saying, we got to go through afflictions. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Now, word for chastening, cultivation of mind and morals. You know, so we're gonna have to go through chastising.
It's only right. The Lord said we're gonna be gods, man. You know, we're never gonna perish. You know, we get in the kingdom, they're never gonna say, well, we didn't have a chance. All these nations had a chance to rule, man. You know, I was just last, which is better, because I was last forever, man. So in order to be a God, we gotta know what? The good and the evil, man. So it's perfect. The Most High is perfect, man. You know, I had something right here. I just jumped to the point because I was going to read Deuteronomy 7, how the Lord, you know, basically destroyed the Hamites to move them out of that land, man. But since brothers brought out their scriptures, I just jumped to this. This is Deuteronomy chapter 76. For thou and the holy people unto the Lord thou power, and the Lord Yahawah thou power have chosen to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So there you go, man. We're special people to the Lord. Special, man. Okay? Yeah, that he saw.
So Rawchaa chapter 30, verse 1 says, He that loveth his son causeth him off to fill the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. And that's why we get chastised as well, man. All right, because Yahawashi loves us, man. Okay, now you got some children that are so wicked that they can't even get a whipping, man. It makes it worse, actually. So what do you do with a kid like that? Well, the law got something to say about that, man. You put his ass to death, man. That's right. He's supposed to put his little ass to death, okay? Because if he's a stubborn and rebellious son, his ass gets put to death, man. All right, but a righteous son, okay, you know, a son that's trying to do right, man, he's gonna think, you know, his pops, all right, for that chastisement, man. And ultimately, we're supposed to thank Yahawashi for our chastisement, man, because it makes us stronger. So again, it says, he that loveth his son causeth him off to feel the rod. See, that's why we got to go through what we go through.
Yeah, just to add on to you, is that's why 2/3, because really, you know, all the Israelites, the men, we're princes, man. We're sons, you know, we're sons of the Most High. We're princes of the Most High, man. Okay? And here it is, like how you brought out the situation where the son don't you know, get his act together, and what? Put him to death. But that's why the Lord is going to put 2/3, man. He's going to start with the men. He's going to put you to death, man. As you were saying, I was looking at them niggas. You know, this thing, you know, them niggas, man. You know, young niggas in the making, man. You know? But you know, hey, this is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. It says, "Except the Lord of hosts have left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and would have, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah, man." You know, because why? Everyone was destroyed, man, except for Lot, you know, and his family, man. So the water Yahawashi that he left a small remnant, which in the Apocrypha it tells you, Second Esdras tells you about that cluster of great, you know, and it said of great men. So the elect is really great men, man. That the Most High have put to work, man. He kept to himself, you know, because if not, we're done.
Yeah. And Sodom and Gomorrah, they were destroyed without warning. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why America's getting the warning because the elect is within America. The only reason why the Lord, you know what I'm saying, is giving the warning, issuing it out. That's it. And you gotta be appreciative of that. You got guys camping one day, not camping the next, man. You know, that shows ungrateful. You know, that shows you're ungrateful, man. You know, here it is, that's like you giving your woman, you know, a vacation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come back from the vacation and she talking shit, she don't want to cook a meal, nor do she want to give it up. I'm saying just ungrateful for what you just did for her. You know? That's one thing the Lord's hate is ungrateful, because here it is. The Lord said once you have tasted this heavenly gift, you know, and pretty much turn your back, you are cursed to Yahawashi your fresh, man. You know, you putting them back upon that cross, man. So what you think the judgment for that is going to be?
Also, too, it says it was our minds to go astray, so seek the Lord 10 times more.
So more. You got more, man?
Now, it's I was going to read that word.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 2 says, "He that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance."
Hey, you made me think of a precept in Hebrews that says the Lord chastens the ones he loves. You know, so hey, going through hell, hey, it's all great. Because why? We know that we're being purified. It's a thing of, you know, you catching hell to be purified. You know, so chastening your son so that what? You walk in the ways of righteousness, man. Who wants a son? You know, if you're a man, all right, and you have a son, you want your son to be manly, man. Hey, when you read about Jacob and Esau, why did you know, Isaac favor Esau? Because Esau was a man of the field. All right, he was a man of the field. He did manly things. And it said what? Jacob was a dweller in tents. You know, Jacob was all around the house. You know, a plain man. You know, relaxing.
Esau was bringing in venison.
Yeah.
As a servant,
hey, I'm pretty sure he came in there all, you know, all red with a deer on his back, walking in. It was like good thumbs.
Hey, and it was so good. You know, Isaac wanted it before he passed, man. You know, before he gave the blessing, he wanted one more time, man. That's how good it was.
Hey, because it's about being manly, you know. The Lord didn't choose his men. He didn't choose women to go out and fight wars. He chose the men. Because the men are the men. You know, the masculinity, the warrior. You know, female warriors, man. I've been seeing all this Greek mythology, all this shit. Women warriors out there in the battlefield, cutting guys. Man, get that crap out of here, man.
In the fucking the new Terminator shit. See the previous that shit? Got a fucking woman Terminator.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. A woman Terminator. Fuck out of here.
Women are
Everything
scared
gotta
as
be about some woman empowerment bullshit.
Ain't no woman slicing and dicing the way men do. You know? And man, listen, man, they gave you too late. Yeah, too late. You know? Hey, it's a man that has the ability to do those things. It's not realistic for a woman to do that, man. You know?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something though, but they're gonna use a lot of those women to be on the front line, man, in the military, man.
Get gunned down.
They're gonna use them to repellent, man, because now you want to be on an equal level. Here it is. You got the opportunity right now, and they're gonna have those transgender, you know, those studs. They're gonna get suited and booted and get over there, you know, and fight, man. You know, and you're gonna have the other ones in there that's just trying to get that what's that GI Bill, that college fund.
Right,
you know,
right.
they're all gonna get caught in that snare, and then they're gonna just draft, man. And y'all gonna be right out there side by side with the men fighting, man. You know, you're gonna be right on the front lines, man. You know, y'all already joining the military in mass numbers anyway, man. You know. So what more now when they really need you, man? You know, whatever kind of ploys that Esau, you know, may have, you know, you're gonna go to war.
Hey, joining the military is a sign of unprofitable children.
Last verse, he says, verse 3, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy,
Yes.
and before his friends he shall rejoice with him.
Hey, that's why when you go back to Spartan, you know, how they train their children, I believe like what, at 12? Oh no, younger than that, I think. They had to get out there and fight, learn how to fight at a young age, man. Because why? You train your son in the way he's supposed to go, really in the Lord. Then guess what? The enemy can't get one up on him, man. You know, he can't look at your that next generation and try to take over, because your son is trained up in the ways that, you know, of Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, man, in the ways of that can defeat the wickedness, man. Hey, the Lord is about defeating the wickedness, man. That's what we hear. Hey, the scriptures say we were made to reprove their thoughts, man. You know, we're standing up against this bullshit, man, because who else gonna do it? Hey, there's no more black leaders, man. Rappers are not leaders, man. They're entertainers, man. You know, they're not leaders. Who else gonna stand up against the evildoer, man? Who's gonna tell you the truth instead of just keep rocking you back to sleep? Hey, they hate us so much, but we're the ones waking you up through the Spirit of the Lord, man. You know, these rappers. They always gotta tell you something. You know, when they was doing that debate, they speak in a way where they know everybody will agree. You know, it's not to hate, it's not to put down one. It's more so we gotta be like, you know, we together, but we gotta come together. Get that crap out of here, man. You know, hey, if you're gonna come together, come back to Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, man. You know, scriptures say, he that is in trouble, come rest with us. If you know that there's something wrong with the world, shit that's going on, you see what's going on, the prophecies, you know the Bible is actually speaking. Hey, find the scriptures, man. Find the prophets. Learn, watch, study. You know, take good heed, because the dreadful day is approaching, man. That's what I mean.
Yeah, when we read that again real quick.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 3, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
Hey, and that's the true way that we're supposed to train our sons up, is that the know who our enemy is. You know, and that's basically that will grieve them, man. You know, just like how Esau Edom, our brother was talking about how he was talking to the Edomite woman, once she go black, never go back, but she was trained what to go against black people. You're teaching them that they're the enemy, man. You know, because we're perpetual enemies, man. The scriptures talk about that, man. You know, you see, but Christianity turns it aside to where we're loving them, man. You know, but if we was standing bold like we are in the spirit now, and the Lord is basically brother brought out cultivate, right? Cultivate, right? We got the definition of cultivate, right? To prepare and use for raising of crops. You know, and where those branches part of that vine, Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying? And we're bringing forth that fruit. you know? Yeah, right? And it says to foster the growth of, to improve by labor, care, and study. Yeah, that's about it though. But truly raising our sons in the way of Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, you know, okay, and our heritage, man, you know, this is what basically grieves the enemy, man, because right, we're coming back to the Heavenly Father now. His men, his elect men are coming back to the Heavenly Father, and this is actually really grieving the enemy. This right here is grieving the enemy, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. I got a picture. This is Exodus chapter 12 and verse 24. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. Talking about the Passover. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean you by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed the head and worship. You know, so like the brother said, going into as far as keeping our heritage. All right, when you go into the Passover, when you go into the Feast of Tabernacles, when you go into the Feast of Dedication, it reminds you that the Lord delivered you, that you're special. All right, and it reminds you.
You got a red one and a white one?
1942.
Yeah, but it reminds you, all right, like I was saying before, that you're special. All right, it reminds you about the enemy, man, what the enemy did to you, man. You know, and Esau does that, whether you know it or not. Esau pushes Thanksgiving on you. He pushes these things on you to remind you of the fact that he took you down, man. So basically, the Lord is telling you, basically putting our people in the alpha male mentality, man.
And just like what he's talking about Columbus Day, man. You know, but they talk about how Columbus discovered America, man. But they, Esau gets to use those smooth words, man, deceitful words, man. But it's really a celebration of the slaughter of the native of the tribe of God, man. You know, so just like how we have our birthday days that we're supposed to observe forever, which is how we were delivered out of the hand of our enemy, man. You know, and when we are going to go into be delivered from the land of the north, that's going to also be a celebration to come, man.
They got helmets on. Type of shit anyway. Like as you brothers were speaking, I was thinking of like brothers brought out like the holy days. The holy days, even just us rehearsing the holy days, is grievous unto them because we're the actual Israelites. We're the ones that did it in the past. We're the ones that the Lord dealt with. The Lord had not dealt with any other nation, as the scripture said. So when we even rehearsing holy days and brothers, they put it on YouTube. Some different camps they put on YouTube, or you got these like GOCC, these different camps. They got this huge congregation. That's even bringing grievous to Esau, because here it is. These people are rehearsing, the real people are rehearsing what it was that was in the past, what was sacred unto them. And that alone is bringing the connection with Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, with the Lord, man. So us, by just knowing that we're Israelites, is grievous unto them. That's why they would, that's why they want to demonize us, and they want to say that we're terrorists or, we're causing this trouble. There was somebody that, I forgot who it was, what brother, maybe an elder, that I saw. They did a video saying something about Esau is now basically on like how we. They were saying it's a lot of hate speech from the streets. It is talking about us, but they don't want to say it. I forgot what brother that was.
Even with that whole thing with what Yahawah went through, with that whole thing about no. They had something that he was in. They was trying to remove him from a certain spot where he was camping at, and it made the news. But then they were talking about them, and they were throwing out little sound bites. You know what I'm saying? And they on that black shit though, man. Like I said, the weed. This ain't all about color, man. Esau, Edom, you're the main one that likes to push color, man. Yeah. Okay, you're the one that pushes the race thing, man. Because now you want to make it to where you're putting everybody in a box, and you can't put us in a box, man. We just got to do out the four corners of the earth, man. You can't put us in no box, man. There's truth you can't put in a box, man. You know, although you're gonna too, but you can't, man. You're not gonna prevail, man.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, they banned the word Edomite. You know?
They've been taking down brothers' pages because of it.
Oh, yeah.
You see, they'll say you'll watch certain brothers, they'll put E instead of Edomite, you know, on their title.
Hey, that's how you know we got the truth, man.
Right.
Hey, I got a quick precept. This is
That's a lot, real quick, like, this is a point. The brother said you can't put this truth in a box. Try putting water in a box.
Right.
You saw that shit?
it's gonna get through. And it might just melt the damn box eventually.
That cover cast is off, and they know that. That cover cast is off. These devils know that.
Cover's gone. Yeah, you
You
know
know,
how
it's worse than a wildfire.
Yeah.
Can't put it out.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the Lord blindfolded us, but then the Lord took the blindfold off. Now you see who the hell is, what's going on. The gig is up. We know who you are. You're the Edomites.
Yeah.
We see you now.
And it eliminates the fear, you know. Like, remember the Wizard of Oz? You know, you had the guy behind the curtain with the microphone. He was this big scary dude. But then you pull back the curtain, you're like, this is the man.
Just because.
Hey, a lot of these minions that's out here that's doing the bidding of them, man, they don't even know the reason why they're doing it. They're just doing it, man. You know, you need to ask your boss what the hell is going on, man. You know, okay? All right, because now, like I said though, man, if you're trying to, here it is, man. We're about to score now. We're about to score a touchdown. You know, about to dunk by the dunk, right? You know, about the touch home base though. But you trying to say that, oh, wait a minute, you didn't touch first base. You going flag right here back at the 20-yard line. You know what I'm saying? You know, like here it is, like you got like guys like Vocab Malone. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, though. We're talking about salvation and everything for our people, and we about to get the hell up out of here. This guy's still trying to talk about, oh, well, you ain't the people. Like
we're past that.
It's already been established, man. It's already established, though. You can't stop this truth. The prophecies of Ezekiel 37 is coming into play. You know, you can't stop it, man. You know, you can't stop it, man. You guys are on a low level, man. You gotta ask your boss what the hell is going on, man. Okay, why are you doing what you're doing, man? Ask your boss what's going on, man.
They running out of gas. Satan, hey, we know that Satan is gonna pull away from these elites. So how much more you small people, man, that keep bucking up against the truth and trying to put out these little angers so people could get distracted and go, oh no, they ain't. Get the hell out of here, man. Satan is pulling away. That's why they're getting weaker and weaker. But they still keep coming, but they're getting weaker. The arguments are weak, man. You know, your points in the scriptures are trying to say that we're not the people are weak.
Right.
They gotta keep doing that. They gotta keep doing that. Trying to, you know, debunk it or whatever. That's it. You know, because they know.
That's what I said a couple months ago. I said both cats are tired.
Yeah.
Tired. Like he ready to quit. He was dealing with the Dallas brothers. Like he was just sitting there. It was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Tired.
Oh, real quick, right? To land back what you're saying. That point when he got tired and sat down was when they was exposing him as being an agent, man. When he did that, he had to shut down, man. The spirit had it to where he had to shut down when he was exposing him as being an agent, man. Because it was real. We say it in videos and sit downs and lessons and but when it's said to your face though, he got hit with it to his face that you an agent, man. You know what I'm saying? He had to stand down, man. That's what
He's like, I need to take a break.
And that's another thing too, man. You know, being in person is more powerful than actually seeing it on camera. You know, if you take these cameras away, after the officers had to come down and see brothers, talk that shit to their face. You know, it's a different presence because we're men, but we're in the presence of angels. We're in the presence of Yahawashi. He's here. In the spirit. He said, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, he in the midst of us. So when people, they get all that, no man, fuck you, say all that shit because they on a comment board. But when coming down in person, they come with the smile. Then they start thinking about trying to wow. But then eventually the spirit don't allow that demon, Satan don't be on him to wow because it's like, hey, you in the presence of the house of the Lord. All of a sudden he say something slick that he got to leave. But he was that mean ass scoffer that was up there talking hella shit. And then got the fake channel. He won't show your face. You know?
Hey, vocab bow.
Vocab Malone is the last line of defense against Christianity, man. He's the last. He's the last. He's being ripped to shreds right now, man. He's that Gomer Pyle of the last line, man. You know, that's Gomer Pyle right there, man. You know, he's done. He's done, man. Like I said, he's done. That's and my thing is that his whole thing is why he's trying to attract the youth and trying to rap and all this other stuff though, because he knows that the Lord's elect is really gonna come. They know that the Lord's elect is gonna come through young men. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to go into these urban areas and try to rock Jake back to sleep, man. You know? Okay, but on the contrary.
Yeah, because he's on us like it's a full-time job, man. You know, he stay on us, man. He's assigned to the Hebrew Israelites.
Taking trips. Who the hell in their right mind that don't believe in this truth, right, is going to take flying trips to see these men and try to tell them that they don't got the truth? Man, that nigga paid.
Okay, that's a paid trip. You talking about gonna take the apostles out to dinner? You know?
That's
I pay for all you. I pay for all y'all. You know? And here it is though. You know, Jake is like, we're on the highways and hedges in all these major cities though, man. But just able to find where they at, man. The little cracks and crevices where you go in a hood in a ghetto. You're able to find exactly where they are, man. You know, you're taking your time to go to a hotel, check in with your bags and shit. And you know, we're gonna try to find something to eat. Oh, what time they gonna be out there in the camp? You're doing too much, man.
No, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure, you know, he'll try to make it to where, like, oh, I was just out here for other business, so I might as well stop by. Get the hell out of here. Your whole mission was that.
We're the objective.
It's a cover up.
That G-Man was funny as hell too. When he went out there. That was funny as hell. That was funny.
Yo, and it just goes to show you, guys. But it just goes to show you when G-Man came out to the camp with the apostle that same day, and on his own phone was out the chariots about salvation, man. He didn't know what the hell was going on. He didn't know what the hell was going on. That's how you Christians are on a low level, man. What you don't even know what form that the Lord is coming in. With the fashion he's coming in, okay? You don't even know what his will is gonna be when he comes here, man. You don't know what, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on, man. That's how we know the separation, man, because that whole dialogue with them was all about faith, man. Really. You know what I'm saying? You know? This guy's talking about hypotheticals and gray areas. Like I said, that's all they deal with, man. But we talking about faith, man. And then, like I said, though, it confirmed it on his own camera, on his own phone camera, man. The chariots, man. That was the Lord's bad, man.
And G-Man, Vocab Malone don't like you. The reason he scurried out of there so quickly, you was probably texting him. He was like, "Yo, stay there. I'm gonna be there in 10 minutes." Yo, Vocab was like, "Yo, we gotta go. We got 8 minutes to get the fuck out of here."
Hey, well, this brother over here got on this G-Man shit, man.
Shield squad.
Like nobody likes you, mama don't like you. You lucky I got thick skin, man. You know, hey, he struck a nerve. Like, nobody likes you, G-Man. But this is all real quick. Psalm chapter 64, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?" Vocab is one of those snares, man. Because that's what? That's your damn informants, man. You know, they're trying to creep in, you know, put a garment on, man, act like they down with it. But that's just one of those snares, man. Also, what? Like I said, Vocab, your G-Man's, man. Well, G-Man, he's just straight loser, man. But Vocab, man, he's paid, man. You know, what he's paid for? So that he can try and stop this truth from coming out, man. Stop Christianity from losing all its members to the truth, man. You know, so that's why Esau paid him, you know, to try and throw stumbling blocks before Jake, man.
Yeah, to sit, you know, want to sit down and break bread with the apostles. This truth of ours, we take it seriously. This is passion, man. This is love. This is faith. We're not. The scriptures say, "Bid them not Godspeed." We're not going to sit down. We're not going to come out here and then you against the Lord and I'm for the Lord, and then you get cut up with the scriptures of the Lord, and then afterwards go sit down and eat food with you. Nigga, ain't nobody. What do you think? We playing? This is a joke.
To them it's a joke. To them it's a joke.
Yeah, like man, you crazy, man.
Brother, you can read that one more time, huh?
Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Yeah, man, what's that evil matter? Because brothers could be cutting the shit out of, you know, Vocab and G-Man, and they'll bring up old shit that's really a lie. Oh, you rape. You know what I'm saying? You rape. That's that evil matter, man. Trying to throw those, you know know what I'm saying, trying to basically set up his lies as the narrative. Talk about rape. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, when it, like the apostle, they get them, you know, the all right, what is the mark of the beast? What's this? They go into prophecy. Because, you know, even G-Man, he can't argue with prophecy. Like, oh, talk about rape, you know?
Yeah, that's that break glass in case of emergency. You know what I'm saying? That's what they go. That's the go-to, man. But the whole thing is that, like I said, we the whole road, man. We deal with the whole road with the scriptures, man. The Lord, the scriptures talk about if it happened in that case, man. That's all we're saying, man. People are emotional. People are so entrenched in the ways of Babylon, man. So now when you see something that's what you want to call foreign to what you was brought up with, you get emotional, man. You know, all we're saying is that what will happen in the event of that case, man, and it gives you the scenarios, man, and you always go through it, man. You always go through it, man.
Hey, man, the apostle made G-Man like a clown, man. Now, one time he asked him, you know, G-Man, do you think that blonde hair is a blessing or a curse? This goddamn clown said it's a blessing, man.
Wow.
Well, I think it's a blessing.
Yeah.
No, you talk.
He said blonde hair is a blessing, man. When we all know that blonde hair is a plague of leprosy, which is a curse, man. So you done, man. After that, man, you done, man.
I don't know, bro. Will I asked him, did Solomon have, did you ask him about the concubines? He asked him, what is a concubine? He said it's a girlfriend or some shit. Oh, yeah. Still a bird?
Hey, I got something. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 14. It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. And that's the elect. Our ways are not like y'all. You're not going to sit down and you know, over the camera for the people in the world to watch. We're against each other, and then behind camera, we sit down eating with you. This ain't no joke, man. The Lord is going to kill people, man. The Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of our people. And he's going to take Esau out of power, man. It's going to be a bloodshed, man. It's serious, man. No?
That's what separates us from the rest of just everybody in general, man. The mindset that we have toward the Lord, the scriptures, the society, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? For us to sit here and talk about death like it's not nothing, the average person can't do that. It fucks up their spirit, man. That's how you know that our ways are truly of another fashion. Because it's fashioned by the ways of the Most High, man. It's all in righteousness.
Here it says, verse 16, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. And of course, everything that you Edomites, you know, you present and you make public, it's foolishness, man. You know, you are fake. You know, you're not the superheroes in which you paint in those movies. You're not them. You know, when you speak on history, you're not them. You know, everything that these Edomites do, they're counterfeits. They're faking, man. You know?
You'll have one Edomite that's trying to stand up for in a way of Christianity, but here it is. They know that his people hate our people, man. You hate the people on that side, man. You know, every Edomite knows that Edomites are racist, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know that, man. But my thing is that here it is. You trying to come in and try to think that you are some type of another fashion, man. You know. The scriptures talk about all y'all being of the same, man, of that same kind, man. You know.
Hey, I was reading this week about John the Revelator and why he was sentenced to the island of Patmos. Even back then, it was a conspiracy, or you would be put in jail for speaking prophecy, man. You know, because they just like now, they're not trying to hear this truth. Right. They're speaking of their downfall, man. You know, and that's the same thing like brother was going into. How they gonna come down on us just like they came down on you know what I'm saying, on the men of old, man. You know, going to prove that, we the men of the Lord, man.
Yeah, like the draconian laws.
Yeah.
You know, because what we're doing, you know, is an act of faith. It's a call. It's a calling to ask the Lord to get us out of this bitch, and they don't like it. And what happens is, with us constantly through our apostles and our elders, man, who taught us this truth through the Spirit of Prophet Yahawashi, our constant consistentness, you know, beating upon these streets with the word of the Lord, you know, in the ears of these people around the world, you know, they're mad as hell, man. That's going to draw them to bring in stricter laws. This is why YouTube is in this fashion today. You know, in October 2019, you gotta watch certain words. All right, you gotta watch certain words of what you say. Now we not Muslims.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, you too big for that car too.
Yeah.
No, it's like taking too much cereal and pouring it on, no, taking too much cereal and pouring it on a stack of pancakes. You know? He just oozing all out of the car, bro.
Yo.
You probably didn't have to even open the door, man. You probably just stepped in like this and got in the car. That's it, man.
But look, man, what we're doing, you know, is a calling, man. And the Lord is hearing our call. And that's why, because it's the calling of that, you know, that he put out as prophecy, man. Because it was going to happen regardless, man. All right? And that's what's going to force them to bring this draconian laws in effect, because they want to capitalize on our calling, man. You know? And our awakening up to Yahawashi Rawchaa.
I want to mention that the draconian laws were written with blood too, with blood on wooden tablets. They would put that on, you know, just to make an example. The harsh and severe.
Yeah.
It's like Yahawashi was crucified.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, they
So
gonna,
if they did that back then, now it's even worse. You don't know what type of instruments of death. The guillotine, this, that.
Right.
That's why Yahawah said, don't fear, you know what I mean? Sentence of death. That ain't nothing.
Hey, what you
What's
saying?
that? That ain't gonna scare nobody.
What you saying that's why you brothers gotta believe in the spiritual powers. There's different camps out here that teach that they're Israelites, but they don't believe in spiritual powers. They carnal. They're talking about a revolution. They don't believe in spiritual power. They think that's a little childish, you know? That's why we're gonna get spiritual powers. Esau's technology is out of this world, man. He can send a robot to your house and kill you, man. He can send a drone, a bee drone, small as a penny, inside your house and let it while you sleep and die. This devil got power, you know. But our Heavenly Father is the greater power. Okay, He belongs the issue of death. Right? This is His movement, man.
We're being trained not to fear too, because when the U.S. Marshals went into the house, it was like we go in that room, right? They walked in the room, you know what I mean? They see the gun, they see the 12 drop sign or whatever, and they came out. The look on this devil's face was like, then you know, have you seen this person? You see, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But I wasn't scared though. I'm like, actually, the way I walked out, so casually walked out the room, they knocked on the door.
Yeah.
They got their assault rifles pointing at me. I'm like,
Hey, Paul said we're conquerors through Him that love us.
Yep.
Because with that, no fear inside of us.
right.
They're not trained in that spiritual level. They're trained combat carnally.
That's just now. So just imagine if we are the men of the Lord not having that. Oh man.
Their tactic. First off, with all of this armor, and with this
and
big
tall
rifle,
too. They was tall.
and this big rifle, you should be shaken up. You know,
Yeah.
you know, and you
was
ever
like-
notice something with people? You know, certain people can thrive off your fear.
Right.
But here it is, they know that you're scared. They kind of get more. They're a little more extra with it now because they know you're afraid.
That's why the scriptures tell you too. I think Revelation 21:8, the fearful and unbelieving should have the part in the lake that burneth. We ain't supposed to fear nothing. We ain't supposed to fear.
Hey,
It's
and
a test right here. It's a major test.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Lord is increasing our faith because, you know, what happens is it's the spirit. So if we're not fearing, that puts fear in them. It's like, damn, what he believes in is more powerful than me putting this gun in his face right now, and I can take his life.
Yeah, I was.
What type of
fear at all.
What type of God is he worshiping? This dude crazy.
And I was playing.
God, you know.
And that was funny too. I had Elder Malcolm, right? And I played. It was on. You know, it was loud. I put on the dresser. I just left it there. I opened up the door, walked out the room. They had their guns pointed at me. I'm like, but this Edomite, when he went into the room, you should have seen the look on his face when he came back out.
Oh, he was
So I
listening to
jumped off
Malcolm.
the porch, about to go to work. Have a nice day, sir. Okay. Jumped off the porch, just went on my way. I was actually happy. I'm like, damn, I was getting scared. Because you ain't supposed to be scared.
Take no thought. Take no thought. What you say? You know, we were brought to the magistrates, and that's that's the witness of the yo, man. That's
It was deep too. It was a lot of it.
Spiritual powers. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. I'll start at verse 15, read into it. It says, but the righteous live forevermore.
Hey, Shalom.
It says, their reward also is with the Lord. Damn, let's go to show you that. Go to show you that we're going to have a reward, man. Okay? We're going to have a reward for this work, man. Oh, and that's where I did a lesson on this, you know, on how Paul said, Apostle Paul said that we're honorable but not despised. You know? And when you look into that word honorable in the blue letter, it goes into, you know, doing something impressive, man. Okay? Or doing something good. And we know that the Lord is coming back with rewards for those that did good. Well, actually, everybody's going to get a reward, man. That's why Scripture says you're going to, what's that, Galatians 6 and 7? Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. You know, that which a man sowed, that also shall he reap. So if you're doing good, which this is a good act that we're doing, you know, we're going to receive that good. And what's part of that good that we're going to receive? Spiritual powers is one of them, man. You know, a boost of faith, a lot of spiritual blessings, man. All right, that's what we're going to receive in that day, man.
Hey, real quick too. Hey, if I was doing this work, you got to understand, this work is going to pay out. It's increasing in our faith, man. Because we're speaking it into existence, man. That's the thing that, you know, Esau understands too. Hey, we say Esau is not spiritual. In our reality, he is spiritual. He's just spiritual on the left side, man. You know, you can keep saying something because they use this tactic. They use this tactic of keep saying something, and then the people end up believing it through their mainstream media. Mm-hmm. If they keep saying one thing, of course, through time, people gonna start believing it. Right. Just like their lies. If they keep saying it, saying these lies, everybody will just be like, oh, nah. You know, they speak of the lie that's been said, or this is the same. See? So we're speaking this into existence. So without faith, you gotta understand, man. You know, the Lord is gonna use these works that we do, and our act of faith being out here is gonna increase our faith, man. You know, in that day.
But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand.
Hey, so you're not taking that from us, man. You're not going to take away our glorious kingdom with the Lord promised. Just because your unbelief, does your unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid, man. The Lord said that he was going to give us a glorious kingdom, man. And that kingdom is here on earth, man. And ain't no Edomite and no nation could take that from us, man. This is why Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, is coming back to set that down, to set it straight. We need the Lord to come physically, man. Because we too mortal and too man to do it ourselves, man. We can't do it. Our people are not even right. They're nowhere in position of having the spirit, man, to even have faith in the Lord, man. So how much more physically, man? These niggas are depleted, man. You know, they finished, man. You know?
It said, for with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies.
The Lord, hey, you know why the Lord is going to be jealous? Because first off, we don't belong to you Edomites, man. We don't belong to you, man. There's no way our people should be like this and be in your hands like this, man. The Lord is coming to take back what's rightfully his, man. That's why the scriptures talk about a marriage, man. You know, so Lord, yeah, he going to have jealousy taking us back from your wicked ass, man. You know?
If I could just make note, man, you know, you got a dude about to come and listen. The second he stopped and listened, his phone rang.
Oops, Satan called.
And he had to walk off, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
So I know this thing is spiritual, man. This thing is spiritual.
Say for you.
That's a wicked one.
Hey,
I'm gonna take it away.
It's done.
and it's the thing too, man. These people, see, you know, they look, okay, you know, ain't nothing happening right now. I'll check them out later. Man, this thing could pop off, something could go down tomorrow, man. And then you ain't had time. You don't even know the Lord's name. You don't even know one bit of what we've even talking about. But you've seen us. You know? You got, hey, scriptures say it was our minds to go astray, so seek the Lord 10 times more, man. It's a shame that you don't know the Lord, man. It's gonna become a point where it's gonna be a shame that you don't know the Lord's name. You don't know the Lord's name, man, get your ass away from me. You know? It's gonna be a shame that you don't know the Lord's ways, man. You don't know who you are as a people, man. Because the Lord is He's changing. The Lord is breaking down wickedness and putting righteousness above. Right now, you have righteousness and wickedness. Wickedness is a little higher right now on the scale compared to righteousness. But eventually, righteousness out of nowhere is going to obscure, if I'm saying that right, you know, it's going to reach higher than the wickedness, and it's going to rule over wickedness forever, man. You know? So it's going to be a shame not to know the Lord, man. And these precious, well, let's say these darkest times that's coming, man.
This is
real quick, like a fine woman, you gotta have confidence to approach a fine woman. You know, that's the truth. You gotta have confidence. You know, to be able to deal with it, to approach it. You know what I'm saying? To teach it. You know what I'm saying? To show it off. You gotta have the confidence. 2/3 don't have confidence. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy. He's standing there now, but he ain't come back over here.
Yeah, he
It looks like somebody called him and said, leave. That was the spirit. That was the spirit ejected. The spirit ejected was, leave now.
Alright, now you gotta wait for an hour for the next bus.
He done missed this bus.
Yeah,
He done missed the truth.
There you go. It's like-
You
it's
missed
like
the
a
truth
spiritual-
and the bus.
It's like a spiritual force
Now you
field.
gotta wait.
Spiritual force field. This is so Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come up.
Hey, you know something? This is the book of Eli, the Edomite that wanted the Bible. Look at the time they was living, the time and the situation they was under. You know, it was, you know, if you had that book, you had power, man. You know, they was living in worst times, man. You know, no water, you know, no food, scarce, people eating each other. It was vacant of people in general. You know, a lot of people died, barely seen people. Then when you came in contact with people, what happened? You had to hope that they wasn't gonna kill you, man, or set you up. We're coming in that time in reality where you're gonna be ashamed to not know the Lord, man. You know?
It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. You know, so when the Lord starts to call your number, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. Why? It's because, you know, you got guys that say, you know, I'll be back, you know, oh, you guys, when are you guys out here, you know? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll come next week, you know? And, you know, right? It says, verse 8, set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Because, you know, and this is the reason why you got guys that actually do walk off, man. It's because they got something they feel is better going on. So it's like, you know, well, you know, I'll get back to them. You know, I got to take care of this. You know, this little thing I got going on. You know, but it says, set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten. And a lot of times, man, it's out of wickedness, man. They got what they got, man, through wickedness, man. You know, because it's not going to profit you in the day of calamity, man. You know? Go a little more, right? Verse 9. Winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so doeth the sinner that have a double tongue. You know, you got guys that come up here and they want to take a little bit of what we're talking about and they want to apply it to what they feel like they have and think they got it. You know, or they want to try to come up here and try to gainsay what we're saying with their own philosophy, man. You know?
Luke chapter 14, verses 6 says, then said he unto them, a certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. You see that? And that's exactly what's going on with our people, man. You know? in a grand scale, man. Okay, here it is. The kingdom is around the corner. What does the scripture say, man? For our salvation is nearer than when we believe, man. Okay, it's going. Hey, the year, next year gonna be crazy, man. All right.
Hey, the beginning of this year was the government shutdown.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like something's going to happen before the end of this year. So imagine the beginning of next year, man. Because these people forgot about the government shutdown, how a black woman was crying on TV, you know, talking about she been out of work for 2 weeks or whatever. She only got, 17 cents or something like that in her banking account. Like, man, listen, that ain't nothing, man. It was begging Trump, man.
And it just goes to show you, man, that it's like especially Israel, man. It's like a homeborn slave, man. Please, Mr. Trump, you begging him to go back to work so he can work as a slave, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, you see the mentality, you know? But you see how they have everybody, man. This is why they're gonna try to push that chip, man. And that's why it's gonna be the hour of temptation, man. Because they have everybody to where you got people begging to go back to work as a slave, man. You know, to what make what, man? You know?
Yeah, and then, well, first off, in the state of New Jersey and in the state of California, is a mandatory LGBT in your high schools, man.
Right.
Or within all your schools. So that's going to show you that times is getting worse and worse. Like it says in 2 Timothy, evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived, man. So shit is about to get even worse out here, man.
And I wouldn't even be surprised with how they mandate that they actually put that. Because I remember in high school you had gym, and remember you had like a half a gym out the first year. Like you had gym first or you had gym last. Like if you had gym first, the second half you had driver's ed / health class. You know what I'm saying? To show you condoms and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised that they'll put that transgender that type of shit
In rotation.
and take out the health instead of sex ed. It's called sex ed. So you had gym one half, and then you had the second half. You had driver's ed / sex ed. I wouldn't be surprised they start teaching it in sex ed, man. I don't even know if these kids still have that like that. But,
Real quick, because another thing also is that's coming down the pipeline is these vaccines, man. You know, hey, America ain't playing no more about their vaccines, man. And we know that Apostle Tahar said it too, man. Once New York passes something, man, everybody else falls in line, man. Because once New York passed that same-sex marriage, then everybody else, all the other states just pass it as well in one shot, man. That President Obama declared. And now New York just passed that vaccine law. So guess what? You can expect it in the very near future that everybody's gonna be vaccinated, man. And another thing is that these schools, all right, especially amongst Esau, Esau is pissed at the fact that kids are coming to school without their vaccination shot, man. You're like, here it is, my little Timmy got it. So why the hell ain't you getting it? If one kid don't get it, you putting everybody else at risk, man. So the pressure is about to get turned up here, man.
And that doesn't even make sense. If the psychology, the reasoning behind the vaccine is if you take the vaccine immunization, then you should be good. So what are you worried for if somebody else doesn't take it? You have the vaccine.
Exactly.
You're good. What are you worried about? Stupid.
Oh, you say yes? Oh yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahawah is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahawah shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Like the brother was going into, you got our people, they begging, Donald Trump, basically, they begging Donald Trump to basically allow them to go back to slavery, man. That's why the prophets are important, man. And it's a beautiful thing, like the brother was going into, to have his faith, because now we see his light past his darkness. Jake think, okay, well, Esau's pushing, vaccines, Esau's pushing chips. I might as well take it and comply, because, what is there left, man? There's one Jake, he told me that he thought this was the kingdom of heaven, man. So that's really how Jake feels, man. When you talk to Jake and Christians, they talk about being here 20, 30 years down the line, like, you think this shit never going to end? So it says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, And that's when the Most High is going to put a lot of these people to death in their security when they take that chip, man. You know, that's where their pride lies, man. You know, life actually gets better for them when they take the chip they feel. All right.
Hey, if I can add to you, brother, just because Yahawashi said it, man, they are their father, the devil, man. You know, meaning what? Esau, okay? They choose Esau over the Lord, and Esau, what? He think that his house shall continue forever, man. Okay? So Jake is right along with them, man. Being cool with being Esau, the so-called white man's damn slave forever, man. Okay, you a clown for that, man. And here it is, you have a chance to be free, you know, and to be back on top, man. All right, have slaves, have these so-called white men be your slaves and women. All these heathen men be your slaves as it was designed to be. Okay, when you check out 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, 56 on down, and people want to deny that, man. And that's why Yahawashi said it best, man. Should I found faith on the earth when he returns, man? Because none of these people got faith in that, man. None of these people got faith in what's about to happen. And another thing is they don't got patience, man. Because America doesn't teach you patience. America teach you instincts, man. Here you don't even gotta wait. You got the fire stick. You don't even gotta wait for the movie to come out on DVD no more, man. You don't even gotta go to the movies, man. So and you got your instant ramen noodles, man. Everything's supposed to be quick. But Yahawashi is completely different. Everything, you have to have patience, man. You have to know how to suffer.
Like what you were saying, you know, they gonna want the chip. Because it's like, you can see that happening because beginning of this year, they starved you out. You know, it was about to get really, really bad here until they cut the government back on. You know, not being able to have no bread, you know, to feed, to pay your bills. Here it is, that's starving you out. And eventually, if it gets that bad, people start protesting. It is going to be that bad. People start acting out, going crazy, looting, burning down stores, and fighting each other, robbing each other. You know, it almost got to that point before, back with Sandy. Remember Hurricane Sandy? It almost got to that point.
Irvington gas stations, I remember driving over there. Well, not me driving, but driving with somebody to Irvington gas station. And just to get some gas or whatever, or you had to go miles and miles. 22, Route 22.
Oh, yeah. But
that brother's gonna
yeah. But here it is, they starve you out, and you live in this certain type of condition or lifestyle. Everything's changed, and you got to be a survival type of instance and take whatever it is that you need. Then all of a sudden they say take the chip. You're gonna be glad to go do that so you can be civilized again, man. And Esau got what he called problem reaction solution. You know, auto ad KO, man. Create the problem, the people react, and then he brings forth the solution. But in all reality, he the one that started the problem, man. You know, he created it. So you can see that, man.
It's like with the vaccines or the medicines or whatever.
Yeah, the vaccines as well.
Forges a lot.
Yeah,
this is a no value.
Yeah, these devils could send off a disease plague, an airborne plague, and people dying and they're sick, and they be like, look, you want to have people at the hospital, give me my shot. I got mine. You know, Jake woman, you know, got mine, I'm good. Fuck that, bitch. You know what I'm saying? All that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So much more than shit, man.
I got a coworker like that. When you say that, remind me of that. She's the first one online. Like, yo, it's the first day we're allowed to get it. Let me go get it. First one. Crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna have that on Instagram, man. Hashtag got mine, man.
Yeah.
Got my shot. And that's why social media is wicked, man. Well, they use it for wickedness, man. You know, because they're gonna use it to scare the people, all right, and to further get them to take that shit, man. You know, and Esau's media in general, man. You know, his news articles, man, these news sources. He's gonna use it for wickedness, cast a damn spell upon you to take that shit, man. Hey, Jake's so wicked, man. Jake will take the chip. Like how they stand in line to get the Jordans. They'll take the chip, and they'll probably try to get another one. They can try to see they can barter that one off for something.
Right,
you know?
right. Hustle.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They get it. Can I get one to go? They want to get a chip to go? They probably get one to go.
They at least want to have it to where they have a special chip, man. You know, to where their chip is more superior than yours. Jake being chip, he's gonna have a low level type chip. It's just for Jake, you know, basically small shit, but the elites will have a chip, you know, that they could do this and do that, you know. Hey, man, you got Gooks, you got Moabites, they got chips, you got soldiers with chips in their heads, and they can actually control drones at the thought. They got chips in their brain, and they can control drones at a thought, man. Is that not transhuman, man? You know? And that's their form of what? Superpowers, man. You know? Hey, we see all these superhero movies, and we look at it with a spiritual eye, like that's Jake and what spiritual powers brothers will probably have or do. But Esau is looking at it with another note. You know, they believe that they're gonna have superpowers and we don't. You know, their superpowers is the RFID microchip. That's why scriptures tell you it's a miracle, man. They perform miracles, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it can help the sick. You got paraplegics, men that have spinal injuries or whatever, and their certain nerve don't signal a certain way, and they can't move their lower behalf. You put a chip inside of him, now he's able to, move a limb. And some of them got chips in their heads, man, all for the sake of nerves, man. That's how powerful that chip is. That's how we know the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, man. And if they try to switch it up, because Esau's crafty, switch it up next year, 2020, and it's a different name of a chip. Yep. Then you got the simple say, well, is that the mark of the beast too? Get Revelations, get the chip. The Lord said if you receive that mark, man, all right, which the word mark goes into karate. So it doesn't matter if the chip is, we say an RFID, and tomorrow they say FIB.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Still
it's
a
a
chip.
device that go up under the skin. That's still the mark, man. You're not supposed to have technology and that shit inside of you anyway, man. The body itself doesn't need technology.
Yo, Esau is always trying to change stuff up. You see now, because of all the activity with the UFOs, now all of a sudden he's calling them unidentified aerial phenomenons. It doesn't change the fact that it's a chariot.
Right.
He's such a goddamn liar, man. He's such a piece of shit, man. Because then you're not supposed to sleep next to your phone, man. You know? I'm fucking around sleep next to my phone by accident, wake up with a headache, man. You're supposed to turn your phone off, put it on the other side of the room. Right. But it is, you're gonna get a chip within your body, man. And you're supposed to be good. And here it is. Matter of fact, they had a commercial on that about that smoking those damn jewel things, man. Or those vape things, man. Yeah, and it was like, don't be a guinea pig. Cause this shit just popped up out of nowhere. We don't know, nobody has been smoking vape or e-cigarettes for 40 years, man. So we don't know what's the end result of it's gonna be. So don't do that shit, man.
People dropping dead.
But there's already consequences and incidents with Esau. Right. Esau, they made that shit a tradition. Yeah. Like you gotta have it, they be showing pictures. Like, dude, look at my vape, and he got it set up. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's dope. Where you get that from? They did like their thing. That's their thing, man. That vapor shit, man. And there's a commercial. I don't know if y'all brothers saw it, like a commercial saying about vapor. I forgot what it actually does to your brain or to your heart. It does some damaging shit.
Oh,
man.
the vape?
Yeah.
Well, it gives you something called popcorn lung, and it's a excessive amount of moisture on the inside of your lungs, and that's what's causing people to drop dead.
So see, why would you take? It's the same thing with the RFID chip, man. You're not gonna know what's the end results are gonna be.
Yeah.
Like 40 years from now, man. Or 50 years and shit. You're gonna be messed up, man. But you ain't gonna get nowhere near that far, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna say, even going to the scriptures, how it says they had two horns like a lamb, but their mouth was as a dragon. Because here it is. I was watching that shit, talking to somebody about it and shit. And, looking a few years back, they was pushing that shit. Oh, it's better than cigarettes, this, that, and the third.
I remember that shit.
But now it's harmful to you.
Right.
So when you was pushing it, making all this bread, it wasn't so bad. When Esau do the science, the science before Esau do the science or whatever, and knows how it affects you. But then if later down the line when he's so-called health conscious, now he cares about your health.
Right.
That's all the fuck is different.
Oh, brothers was meant. Oh.
So, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi.
Right, in that image, you know, that's the system, man. You know, the system that's in play. That they're actually doing more and more each day, man. You know, to further connect that chip inside society, man. You know, and all you got to do if you want to see the blueprint, just go check out China and their ways, man, and their society. Robots is taking over. You know, hey, here it is. Esau create a robot, and then the Moabites they create a better one. You know, hey, what was the latest movie? Gemini. Y'all probably saw that. Gemini, man. Seen it? You know. Oh shit, he ain't seen it.
Spoil it.
You know, but
yeah, go ahead, spoil it.
you know, they created so-called clones. You know. And now I see through that movie, when they talk about clones, I can see why they are saying clone, because what they're doing is really, you know, like they could do this today. A woman still got to go through a woman's womb. So they got to be a host. It's not like a clone made out of tissue, silicone tissue and all that. And what they do is they twerk the DNA in it. So where they, you know how now a woman could go to a specialist and she can actually pay all this money while the baby, while she's pregnant, and they could do, I don't know what they do, but they could change the color of the eyes if she want the eyes brown, you know, have a high IQ and stuff like that. So how much more the elites, you know, when they could extract someone's DNA, you know, put it inside of a womb to make it look genetically like your son, you know, and looking like you. You know, that ain't far-fetched. That's why I was looking at the movie, I was like, yeah, it's spiritual. I could see the cloning going on, you know, or what they will call cloning. You know, Esau got power, man. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, when he send out his contractors, when this thing really gets going, he might run into a damn robot, man. You know, might run into some machine. You know, machine chasing your ass. That's why we gotta have spiritual powers, man. Yeah. Hey, that's why we gotta have spiritual powers, man. You know, Esau lock you in the room and then lock you right next to a machine, man. You be like, look at this. He about to try to get the machine and tear your ass up, man. Yeah. You know, all for the pleasure. He's sitting behind that mirror. That mirror, you can't see them, they see you. Yeah. You know, man. Hey, the Lord said count the cost, man. Our minds are out there, man. We know what this devil is capable of doing, man. But we know that our heavenly Father is the unthinkable, man. You know, even situations like that, thinking you about to go. Probably about to box it out with an AI intelligent robot. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, the Lord just had you just rip the neck off that bitch, throw that bitch right through that glass, and then they looking at you and start hauling ass, man. Hey, this shit gonna go down, man. And better believe the Lord is gonna give us men spiritual powers. They had it back then, man. Spiritual powers is only manipulating the element. Spiritual powers is here now. Witchcraft has spiritual powers.
Yeah. On the left-hand side.
Yeah, what they do is, like David Blaine, Chris Angel, they have spiritual powers. They are changing it right before your eyes outside, you know, right out here, they can change a loaf of bread into a frog. And you'll go, oh, what the fuck, yo? You know, all that. It's just spiritual powers on the left side. That was done back even with Moses, man.
With
so how much for us getting that righteous power, man, to do righteous things with it, man.
The ill thing about it, the Lord was doing miracles back then, right in front of the people. And they say, throw that Babel's above. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to give the glory to the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So how much more now? You think they're just going to believe the words we speak? Right. It takes great faith, man.
And that's why I understand why the Lord is coming with that glorious type of glow. He's coming with that glory. When them chariots,
cover the skies.
Because people believe in witchcraft because that's what they see every day. So when the Lord come and fill the skies up with chariots, you only have one thing to say. God. That's God, yo. This is God, yo. Only God could do this. Because he's about to take all that fame that was given to the left side to give back to him.
He's gonna make it known.
Yeah, he's gonna make it known worldwide.
It's gonna be brutal. Yep.
And he's gonna use us as an instrument, man. A battle axe and a weapon of war, man. So spiritual powers is real, man. You better believe it. That's a part of the faith. I'm telling you, you got some of these guys, these different camps. I'll be watching them. They don't believe in spiritual powers, man. Because they think it's childish. They think, yeah, that's childish. Come on, man. The Wolverine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, spiritual powers is a part of our faith. Just being able to heal somebody, touch your brother and heal him. That's spiritual powers, man.
Light work too.
Yeah. Hey, brother, come here. Y'all got no? Good now. Keep it moving. Oh, shit. Following you. You know? Yeah. Hey, this thing's gonna happen, man. You know, and we gotta be full of faith, man. You know, we gotta be full of it, man. You know, like how they say glass overflowing in a cup. That's how much faith we gotta have to where it's coming out of the cup, man.
Continually.
Yeah.
Continually flowing.
You know the funny thing about it, right? When you really think about it, right? Why don't these people believe that those things can happen when Esau plays the movies and things based off of the scriptures that they already actually happened way back then? So all of this stuff is really based off of reality anyway. So why don't you believe it in the present day time?
Right. Yeah. Hey, don't let nobody seduce your spirit, man. Don't let these demons right now. Satan is trying to shift you like wheat. And if he can, and especially brothers that been in the truth for a while, because we know this thing could get a little routine-ish. You know, I've heard that before. Then you know how remember we was talking about this before. Here it is. You know, when we was young in the spirit, you know, prophecy take off. Yo, that's it. Yo, it's going down. Now it's like. Yeah, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we excited, but we'll see. It ain't about to jump, you know? Because we jump mad time.
Yeah.
This is it. This is it. You know? But Satan play upon your faith, man. Trust me, brothers. Yo, if you got to fast and pray, I pray the Lord do this for me. So if I can share with brothers, stay with that faith like a child, man. Like a child. It's not childish. It's not childish. Children got great faith, man. Their imagination is out of this world. Just because you've grown and you know shit is fake or real, you kind of lose that. But that's why the Lord is there to be that anchor. You gotta have that faith, man, like in the very beginning, man. Just as well as the fear.
I was gonna say Peter Pan. When he was younger, you know what I'm saying? And Neverland or whatever the fuck it was called, he could fly and all of that shit. But when he got older, it's like, Peter, you got older. And he didn't believe, so he couldn't fly. And when he did, then he was good. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Stay with that same, as you came in, start out, finish off the same way.
Right. You know?
Hey, that's why brothers gotta watch y'all. Check out American Horror Story. I know this brother been on it, right?
Yeah. You got
man.
a new one?
Nah, it's just that I don't know. It came back out in the spirit. Cause I was watching a brother in Chicago. He said it's an order out there to watch American Horror Story, man.
Oh, word?
Yeah, because it goes, you know, it goes into what the left hand power, man. You know, and they do, yeah, man, because it's deep. But they here it is. This dude, this is about witches and warlocks, and the dude he made it snow in the room, man. He said, look, it's water all around you. You know, turn that water into snow. So here it is. He, you know, through his left hand energy through Satan, motherfucker made it snow in the whole room, man. So they doing all these spiritual powers, but it's what, and they doing it like it's nothing, man. But it's what through the left hand side, man. You know, and I'm watching it, I'm like, we're going to be able to do this except on the right-hand side. And righteousness, through spring power, Yahawah shine. And we're going to be able to do it with ease, man. We're going to be able to do even more than that, man.
And I say this too. You see spiritual powers, man. It's not going to be like raising neon, where you don't know how to control it. You're going to know how to do it, man. You're going to do it, and then you're going to know how to do it. You're going to need this training process. I got to Alright, damn. No longer. You know? No, we're gonna do it, man.
It's gonna be intuitive. The Lord is gonna instill it in us. So as us having a part of those new spiritual bodies, that's us pretty much entering into the new kingdom. So you're not gonna have to teach us how to war and all that. It's gonna be intuitive. We're just gonna do it off of instinct.
Right.
We're gonna be able to do it. Our mind think it is gonna come out.
Hey, y'all brothers got closing precepts? Hey, so with that, we want to give all praises to
Yahawah,
Yahawah.
BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Salutations to all the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad, teaching his word, sincerity, and truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Boy, she all right.
Trying to, if you want to fight for it.